This piano's out of tune. Sounds pretty good to me. There were many starts and stops in the journey of this new Roadhouse remake. Many stars, writers, and directors changed hands, mostly due to things like COVID as well as the purchasing of MGM by Amazon Studios. But eventually, they got there and began production with Jake Gyllenhaal in the lead and Doug Liman at the helm. They landed on two writers, Anthony Bagarazzi and Charles Mondry, who wound up being the perfect pair for the job. The script is absolutely fantastic, full of wit, charm, and encapsulating the pure, unique essence of the original Roadhouse film. Now, due to this tremendous success, I am especially looking forward to their next project with Amazon, which is their adaptation of Richard Stark's Parker series, with the great Shane Black directing. This new Roadhouse keeps all of the best factors of the original intact, including bouncing, bands, and badassery. They wisely choose to feature different bands throughout the movie over a house band, which adds a more realistic and eclectic mix of sounds. Most clubs and pubs have different acts playing every week. Not that there was anything wrong with the house band angle of the original. It's just that nowadays, with the insane competition due to an increased amount of bands and musical artists, it's more likely that you'd see a revolving door of artists at a bar like this. They also excised the Sam Elliott character. I also think this is wise, as it helps the original film keep its own identity and allows this film to walk its own path. The story here is of a broken loner who we are introduced to sleeping in his car, apathetically dealing with a stab wound to the stomach, and attempting to kill himself by way of train. This is a far cry from the confident, happy-go-lucky Patrick Swayze character. So right off the bat, they're making it clear that this is not the Dalton you are used to. This is the Dalton of a new generation, a broken, apathetic generation. But we witness through the course of the film as this particular Dalton rediscovers his purpose and regains hope. Yes, by the end, this particular Dalton is a little less broken. As I watched 2024's Roadhouse, I noticed how it was gorgeously shot, yet for some reason, a little too dark. This was either due to my television or Doug Liman's choice to shoot in that classic Peter Hyams style. Don't get me wrong, Roadhouse is nowhere near as dark as Hyams' The Relic from 1996, but dark enough for me to tell that natural lighting is this film style. In fact, natural everything is this film style. Another thing I noticed was the way the fight scenes were shot and edited in this film. At first, it was a bit disorienting. The film opens up with a fight with Post Malone, while a song of his is also playing, I might add. There is such a thing as too meta, and this might be one of those examples. As the fight was progressing, I noticed a strange morphing effect. Almost as if there were a series of shorter takes that were all morphing together, creating this odd bullet time meets slow motion effect. I can't really explain it better than that. At least not right now. I was in awe of the fact that in 2024 they can still come up with new ways to shoot action. As the movie went on, I got used to this new style. I think now that I would be happy to see it again. There were also shots of fighters directly punching at the camera, definitely reminiscent of Martin Scorsese's Raging Bullfights. But Roadhouse 2024 takes it that extra mile. The fights manage to pull the viewer right into the action, almost like a new form of 3D, a visceral, pulse-pounding experience for the senses. MMA fighter Conor McGregor is on record saying that the fight sequences in this movie were very much real. He goes on to say that they were throwing actual shots back and forth, him and Gyllenhaal. And then the stunt doubles would tap in and deliver even harder blows to one another. This is not only in line with the legendary action of Hong Kong cinema, but it is also in line with the legacy of the original Roadhouse film. Patrick Swayze has also stated that the fights in the original film were real, this leading to multiple injuries on set. The performances in this film are terrific. They all come off very naturalistic and real. All of the good guys come off down-to-earth and authentic, and all of the bad guys are fun in that 80s/90s action film kind of way, in the way that cinematic bad guys used to be. You love to hate them, but you're also laughing with them and at them in equal measure. The lead protagonist is a spoiled Nepo baby with dangerous, bloodthirsty entitlements. He's played by character actor Billy Magnussen in what I would call the highlight performance of the film. I may watch the movie again for his performance alone. Conor McGregor is cast well as a Fruit Loop of a psycho, but I have to say, you can definitely tell it's his first film. At times, his performance is played at a bit too high of a level. It's in these moments that it doesn't feel like he's in the same movie, almost like an alien ship came down from the sky and dropped him off. It does help that everybody in the film treats him as such. Jake Gyllenhaal is perfect in the role of this particular Dalton. If this was the Patrick Swayze character, he would not have been a good fit at all, but the script gives him a character that he can really sink his teeth into. This movie exists directly in his wheelhouse. Overall, I'd say that Roadhouse 2024 captures the feeling of watching the 1990 original and in certain ways surpasses it, which is all you can really hope for in a remake. It is in my opinion that this film will go down as one of the greatest remakes of all time, though it is important to keep in mind that that bar of this particular group of films is extremely low.